Hi everyone, this video is intended to provide you with some information about the Ontario Bar Exam, which is required if you are planning on practicing as a lawyer in Ontario. The advice that is provided can be used by individuals who are considering law school or who are already in law school, preparing for the bar exam, or practicing lawyers who perhaps are coming into Ontario from other jurisdictions. The advice is obviously very personalized because it's just about how to study for the bar exam, but the reason I'm making the video is it's intended to give you an idea as to what to expect when it comes to preparing for the bar exam and writing it. So it'll just provide you with some basic information and some advice in terms of things that helped me study. However, keep in mind that it's intended to be tailored to what you require. So I'll start with the basics about the bar exam. It actually consists of two different exams written on 2 different days. It is the barrister exam and the solicitor exam. The barrister is the one that consists of criminal law, civil litigation, family law, and public law. And the solicitor exam consists of real estate, business law, and wills and estates. And both exams include legal profession questions, which is basically legal ethics, about how to conduct a law practice, what is a conflict of interest, and those sorts of questions that every lawyer is required to know and to abide by. So I'll run through the basics and then I'll go into specific information about different aspects of the bar exam. But before I do start, I want to make it clear that this video is not intended to be intimidating or to make you have doubts about whether practicing law is for you. It's just intended to give you an idea as to what to expect. And in my personal opinion, if you know what to expect, then you can be better prepared to tackle the challenge. So the bar exam, each of them consists about 220 to 240 questions. So each day that you write, it's that many questions per day. And the day will consist of about, in total, you'll spend between 10 to 12 hours at the examination center. The exam itself will consist of 7 hours for all the questions, but there will be security checks and orientation that will take up a few hours in and of themselves. The key to writing the bar exams is preparation, and there is a lot of material to get through because you are expected to know the basics about pretty much every area of law. Some areas are covered in more depth than others. However, it's intended to give you an overview. Now, I've written the barrister exam. I have not written the solicitor one yet. However, the makeup of the exams are similar in that they are all multiple choice answers. So it's intended for you to be tested on whether you can find the best answer. And sometimes it is difficult because there is more than one correct answer, but it's intended for you to pick the best answer. Now, with that said, because of the sheer amount of material, there's a little less than 2,000 pages that you have to read for both exams combined together. So there's quite a lot that you have to get through, and that's exactly why I'm mentioning the fact that preparation is key and the dedication of the time is key. And I know of friends who have family commitments, who have children, and even ones who work while they studied for the bar exam. Personally, I had the luxury to be able to set aside time and dedicate it fully to writing the bar exam. However, it doesn't mean that that is the only way that it's possible to get through the material and succeed. The Law Society of Ontario, which is the body that regulates lawyers in the province, does not release a lot of information regarding what the bar exam consists of, which means that especially initially at the beginning when you start studying, just because of the sheer amount of information on every single page that you read, it can feel overwhelming, because you just don't know what you're expected to know. With an example, with civil litigation, the issue of suing somebody, they'll give you information about which courts you can go to, which courts you can appeal to, which forms you have to fill out, what legal grounds you can have in order to have a case or to appeal a case, who will be presiding over the proceedings. Will it be a master? Will it be a judge? Will it be a justice of the peace? In certain, for example, criminal matters. So there is a lot of information, and I found that initially when I started with my readings, I was writing everything down, and I was highlighting, and I was making notes in the margins. But as I moved along, what I found very helpful actually in the beginning is to look at some sample questions. The Law Society actually does post some sample questions online, so it will give you an idea as to what type of information you need to focus on, and how to take notes as you read through the material. Because you will be able to take the material into the exam with you, you'll not be able to leave with them. You have to leave the material there. But it will give you an idea as to how to study for the exam. Initially, my pages, when I first started reading, they were very colorful and with a lot of notes on them. But slowly I started by looking at some past sample questions. I started to realize how to study, which is very important. And I'll show you some of the material that I have in order to help you set your expectations as to what that should be. And I will include that information in some of the upcoming videos that I have posted.